Hello and welcome back to the grid. Welcome back to Let's Build the Magazine. Today with box number 19, magazines 99 to 104. We are very close to completing this enormous project. It's been almost 2 years now. And my last slipcase. So that's number 6. I will not need that. I said it before, you're supposed to put 20 in one of these each. But it's wide enough to fit easily, like double size, like 40 in it. That's what I'm doing. It saves up a lot of shelf space. So just as a little reminder, if you want to do that yourself, I mean, you might done that already on your own, figured that out, or seen it in my videos. Anyhows, nothing for the base plate. That's next time with box 20, as I assumed. This is Triceratops. This is magazine number 99. We had that before, so I assume we will complete Triceratops today. That leaves us with only one Zord, which makes sense, is T-Rex. And speaking of which, sorry for the rattling noise, that's because of the plastic. It might be louder sometimes here. So that's number 100. Looks a bit like tail from T-Rex, if I see that right. Yeah, looks like tail. Cost 101. More tail. I assumed that might be with more die cast with metal in it. The tail, like a little bit at least, to give it more weight when it's standing. I don't know. Well, as T-Rex on its own, but it's plastic, so that's fine with me. Nope. I want this one. 102. Also, I'm excited to build something that we didn't have before. The last couple of boxes and magazines were rinse and repeat. I mean, why not? Why not? Why shouldn't it? Because it's like we had one half, then we had the other. But still, I'm super pumped. 103. That's a little bit of leg parts. If I see this, this is like, where is it? Camera here. This looks like the connector piece. So if everything goes as planned today, as I hope, even if not complete, we might be able to try out Megazord in full today. I will try that definitely at the end of the video, if it's possible. And oh, here's 104. Here's the counterpart. So I would say let's head over to the building table and start building. Hello and welcome to the building table. We begin with magazine number 99, going 3-digit numbers today. So first order of the business is we have this plastic piece, well it's 2, and we have to carefully separate that. I did some work before to make it easier. Be really careful, otherwise you snap something off. And yeah, well, besides that, we have a little of everything today. Some plastic pieces, some screws, the usual. So let's begin. For the first step, we take our assembled part from last time, the heavy metal one, and the back plate, the smaller thing, not the fine looking closing off part. I don't know other ways to phrase it. Anyways, so we put these two together, and here are rails where my fingers are. So you have some counterparts in here, up here. I guess you get the idea. And oh, surprise, surprise, what's the next step? What did I say last time? The cannon piece goes in here. Well, who didn't see that coming? For the next step, we take that part and this assembled part and put it together. When you have everything in place, you need 2 screws to hold it there permanently. Our results is this, and below my fingers you can see the 2 screws where they need to go. The next step is very easy. We close everything off with the final big piece, put it on here, and another 3 screws hold everything in place. Here we have our results, left, right and center, another screw, as I said before. Make sure you take the round hole here on each side. There are like some rectangle ones. They are for the cover plates to go in there, otherwise it won't hold. And speaking of cover plates, that's basically what we will do next. We have these black and black silver cover screws, some smaller silver ones, a blue one, and this white tip here. So the white tip goes on top, needs glue, and the other one go on the side of Triceratops, cover the remaining bullet holes, and then we're done. Give me a moment and I will show you the results. And we are finally done with Zord number 4 with Triceratops. Everything closed off, both sides, everything complete. I think his head is a bit loose, but yeah, well, in Megazord mode he has, I think, a lot of movement for this. Yeah, pretty articulated, so that's the case why it's like that. And yeah, highly recommend this Zord, highly recommend the entire build. I had minor issues at the beginning with the battery of Saber-Tooth Tiger, but that's everything so far. Here are the cannons. I think they need to go like that. Yeah, great. The plates here, that one, the other ones here, and silver ones here. I think, wait, give me a second. Give me a second. You stay in there, that's fine. I try to do that more close up. How do I... It's too heavy to have it handled easy and don't drop it. So, here, that part, and the blue cover plate, the silver ones here, and that one here, everything is attached, like goes in, has a very strong connection, didn't need glue. If you want to, you could do that as well, but the only thing that I glued is this tip here, because that was very loose. It's just on there, it would drop otherwise. Let's move on to the next magazine. Magazine number 100. It's crazy, 100 already. At the beginning I'm like, whew, this will take forever. Well, it technically did, but time flies by. Let's begin. We take this little silver piece, put it in here, take the other half and close it off. Not that I forgot that totally and had to unscrew everything and redo that. No, that never happened, I swear. Well, it looks complicated, it looks a lot, but I assume it will be relatively fast. We start out with these tail pieces with the tip and put them together. And then we take the next bigger thing, goes in here, and the counterpart goes on top, and one screw holds it together. Here's the result. Where my finger is, there goes the screw. Let's move on to the next part. Similar idea like before, we take the next bigger thing, this, and then we need something extra, this little piece. Goes on here. A little pack to have the tail attached to Megazord's back in Megazord mode, that it doesn't drop down. And then, again, boom. Put that together, add a screw to hold it permanently in place, and you're good. Here's our result. Screw goes in here. And one thing I like a lot is it is similar to the 90s, when you have the tail and the back of Megazord. The legacy one was like this, and the 90s made it possible to fold this down. Most 90s toys, not 90s OG Megazord, when you have it, the tape of the tail is missing. So yeah, but this is very good in place. I think this will not go off, at least if you take care properly of it. I assume some years in time and you see something used like this, depends on people who treat it, this might break off. But anyways, let's move on. And once more, same idea. One half. Take the other, then a screw, and you're good. That's the result. Very easy. I mean, we're basically doing the same thing multiple times now. And inside is a little half ball and the counterpart, and this has this like really nice, satisfying, soft click. If you have toys and you have stuff like that I have in the background, you know what I'm talking about. This like ratchet feeling. This is really cool. Now we begin closing off the bullet holes on this side where the screws are. The first thing is this black and silver piece. And we have like this rectangle holes, and the other parts, the counterparts, are round. So you don't need glue on that one. As you can hear, a really solid click. Very strong connection. You might want to glue it anyways to be sure, but I will skip that part here. I don't really like glue, and if something happens, like missing parts in the assembly, I always can take it apart. Hint, hint. Both sides closed off. Looking clean, looking nice. Let's move on to the next magazine. Magazine 101, and I don't even have to look at this. We do the same thing that we done in number 100. We take this one, we take another half and another half. One, then the other, screw it together. And then we close the bullet holes off with the remaining parts that are silver and black, which are in here. Let me do that quickly and we see us in a second. Here is our result. As I said before, I didn't even have to look into the magazine. We done that in the previous magazine. Just 2 parts, 1 screw. We're good. Closing off the remaining bullet holes with the missing silver black pieces. Very nice. Let's move on to the next one. Magazine number 102. Technically, I would say I don't have to look in there because it's similar parts, but this is the remaining pieces that connect to that body. So let's see what we have to do. We start out with this piece. There's an R in here, so make sure you take the right one, not the left one. Then there's the smaller part that we had before. Needs to go here because it needs to clip into the body to hold there when you use the T-Rex mode. And then this joins this. Here are 1, 2 little pipes sticking out, 2 longer ones, a third one here where my finger is a bit shorter. You take the middle one that goes into this little piece that's sticking out here. The lower end, this goes in. On top, it's a bit shorter because there needs to go a screw. I will combine it and show you the results. Here's the result. Needs to look like this. Here where my finger is, there needs the screw to go. We take the tail piece, it goes on here, and take the other half to close everything off. And don't forget to screw everything in place. Here is the result of a huge T-Rex with its tail. This time you need 2 screws to hold it in place. Last order of business for this one, we have these pieces that close off the bullet holes. And here's our results. This is hard to handle, sorry. So the entire thing is massive, you can imagine when the legs are there. So for storage purpose, that's better, I would say. Makes it a lot easier. Let's move on. Magazine number 103. Let's start. We begin with this gray piece and this metal bolt that goes in here. That's the result of that. Not much. Speaking of not much, the next pieces are the same. You have this metal piece, this really shiny chrome metal thing, and then you have this other shiny silver thing, which is plastic spray painted. So this goes together like so. When we're done for that part, your results are this. And speaking of done, we're basically done for this magazine. We take this red ring piece here, slots in there, and that's that. Let's move on. Magazine number 104, the last one for today, and I assume we cannot build Megazord. There's only one piece which technically, when everything comes together, would allow us to add the legs to T-Rex. That thing here will be a nasty cliffhanger, sorry. We begin with this silver part and this little big bolt of metal. We had that multiple times before. You push that through here, make sure it looks like on the camera, and 4 silver screws hold this part in place. This is our result when we're done. Take this piece, turn it around, and we have this little gray part that goes into this half circle piece here. There's a little groove in the middle, so you cannot push it accidentally in the wrong part. It just fits one way. We move over to the parts from the previous magazine, this one, and we align them like this. We also need this flat gray piece here. This part has to go in here like this. I took this off because it would drop. We reassemble that in a second, just to show you the right direction. As you can see, the bigger hole needs to go here, facing this direction. For the next step, we combine all parts, both halves, better said. We have a result like this. We only need 2 screws. We have silver and we have black ones. We didn't use the black screws, so 2 of these go here. Our result is this one. 1 screw goes here, 1 goes here, and last piece for today. Boom. Covers up that bullet hole. So this is a part of the leg. This is a peg piece for Megazord. So yeah, we're done. We're finally completed Triceratops. 4 out of 5 Zords. So good results for today. I really hope that I could cheese it a bit. I mean, how do you... I have no idea how this... Oh, I assume this will be like this. There are parts missing, but yeah. Next time, box number 20. Let's see how far we will get there. And then we're on 110. After that, we will be on 116. Or they will just give me, instead of 60, will give me entire total of the last 10 magazines. I don't know. And then we're done. So technically 2 to 3 episodes left. Anyways, thank you for watching, thank you for the support, and we see us next time when it's time to build a Megazord.